I'm Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. If you're planning a wedding, you may find that doing a guest list is a minefield. Who do you absolutely have to include? Who do you desperately want to leave off? And how do you manage the RSVPs? Here to lead us through this danger zone is the editor-in-chief of TheKnot.com, Carley Roney, whose new book is The Knot Book of Wedding Lists. Hi, Carley.
Danger zone it is, my friend.
First fights I ever had with my then fiance were about
Absolutely, your fiance, your families get at odds. It is very difficult, which is one of the things we say, this is right at the top of the list of top priorities when you're planning your wedding. First of all, don't invite anyone, don't even talk about your wedding until you understand the basic scale of wedding that you're having. The first thing to do is to decide on that number. And this plays into your budget as well as your location size. If you know you have to get married in that same place your parents got married and it accommodates 150 people, then there's your number for you. If you don't have a control like that, then it's your budget. The three big places that you end up cutting are, people say, it's people I haven't seen in over a year. Even if they were close friends, are they that close friends now? Is it a family-focused wedding? Is it not? If I invite that aunt, well, that other aunt I never see get offended. So you need to make some decisions about those things. Kids, too, are a very big factor.
Well, kids and dates of people who you when you don't know the date. Is it okay to say to a single friend, I really can only ask you to come by yourself?
I always say it pays to be honest.
I don't know how you feel about it, but you invite two people and they assume they're bringing their 3 children?
People don't know the basic rule. That's the main problem. It has to say family or actually list out everyone's names. And if they're not there, you can expect that your kids are not invited. So as a bride, you can include this little card that says, as children are not, invited to the reception, we have arranged for babysitting services. Please email so-and-so who's coordinating these services or whatever it is.
Okay, very good advice. Now, what about keeping down expenses when you're ordering the invitations?
One of the best tricks these days is to just get a very simple card for your invitation and have your wedding website listed on it. It's a trend now to have a wedding website. It's not even a trend, it's sort of required, where you have a website that lists what are all the accommodations that you need for out-of-town guests, what is going to be the dress code for this wedding, what are the driving directions. Like, that was the meat of all these invitations. It's the 18 extra enclosures. You don't really need to do that anymore because you have that website. So you're saving money. Other thing is to ask your invitation supplier, do you have a deal if I order my save the dates and invitations and programs from you as well? You can have a standard invitation. You can save $1 an invitation or even more so just by choosing thermography over engraving. It has the same elegant look and feel.
Now, are there trends in invitations right now?
Bold color is one of the things that's biggest in invitations. Or they'll have a custom design that's personalized of a theme. You'll have a leaf for your spring, a green leaf for your spring wedding, which will then carry through everything from your favor tags to, an emblem on the menu. So like the motif is very popular right now.
In the last century when I got married, people did not send out save the date cards. Is that a new and important trend?
Save the dates are a huge trend. They're almost required at this point. And it is a way, what they are basically a notification of your wedding date. It's kind of a reserving your wedding date with your guests. And they should be sent out about 8 months prior to your wedding.
Now, what about RSVPs? You have to keep track of them. It can be complicated. Do you recommend that the bride be left in charge of the RSVPs, or is there a better person to do that?
Well, one of my favorite trends is actually online RSVPing because it does all the work for you. But the secret tip there is you actually number and light in pencil on the back of each reply card that you send out. And in your little sheet, you say what number it is next to every person. So if you get any back, you're like, oh, number 37. Oh, Uncle Bob, he never did know his wedding etiquette.
Carley, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For Howdini.com, I'm Lisa Birnbach.